sleeve help on my Knit-Wit original. So hopefully the instructions are clear, but if not, I thought I'd just provide a quick little video. So when you get to the sleeve, it is knit in the round, and I like to start with, I have a short with short straights on it, short circular that I'm going to use initially, but then I will have to switch to probably 4 double pointed needles as the sleeve gets smaller. But you can start with double pointed needles right away, but I like to start using just 1 needle for as long as I possibly can. Okay, so what you have to do is, with the right side facing, first of all, you've got to transfer those stitches onto your circular, which I've done. You'll notice that I have my holder, or is just a piece of yarn, and I'm going to leave it there. I'm not taking that out until I'm sure that I'm happy with the way my sleeve is starting. Then I'll remove that later. So I'll be knitting around my little purple piece here. So the pattern tells you to, with the right side facing, pick up and knit the 61 stitches held. Now, of course, this is the center of the armhole, and my rounds actually aren't going to begin and end in the center. They're going to be offset, just to make life easier in terms of reading the pattern, but I'll show you how that works. So first it says pick up and knit the stitches held on the sleeve, and then it tells you how. So you're going to knit a certain amount, then you're going to place a marker, then you'll knit a certain amount, then you're going to place a marker, and we'll talk about those in a minute. So I will just do that first part for you. So I have now knit as per my instructions. So I knit, placed a marker, knit in the lace pattern, placed a marker, and knit a bit. And these markers indicate actually where the lace pattern occurs on the outside of the sleeve, and then in between those stitch markers is where the underarm is and where the decreases occur. And the decreases occur is I'll usually knit 2 together on this side of the marker, and I'll knit 2 together on this side of the marker. However, let's finish getting this sleeve going in the round. So I've done what it says there, and then it says pick up and knit the cast on stitches that you did at the base of the armhole. So I'll do that next. I'll pick them up and knit them. So there are the 10 stitches in this sizing example that I had to cast on to make the armhole. So I've got that, and then it says, as I said, the center of my rounds are not occurring right at the center of the armhole. They're occurring off center, but it makes it easier to follow the pattern. So then it says, in this particular size, then knit 5 stitches until you get to the first stitch marker. So you go ahead and do that, or whatever number of stitches it is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that is the end of round 1, like the first setup round. Then it says the next round you knit all stitches. So you'd go ahead and do that. Then you would start knitting the main sleeve in the rounds. And so you knit in this particular size, it says you're going to knit 6 rounds of the sleeve lace pattern, which starts at that stitch marker. You knit that. When that stitch marker ends, you're just doing straight stockinette stitch in here, just knitting all the stitches. And you would do that in this size for 6 rounds, and then your decreases started. And you're always decreasing 2 stitches on each side of the stitch marker. So when you get to the decrease rounds, you would at the end of your knitting your lace pattern, then I decrease right away after that stitch marker, and then I decrease to just before the end of the round and the beginning of the next. So that's some sleeve help for Knit-Wit Monica's original sweater. Happy knitting!